Hi, I'm comedian and recreational thirst trapper Mary Beth Barone, and welcome to Sext Ed. This is the show where I use my texts, emails, and Instagram polls for important research. Today's topic, booty calls. Are they part of a well-balanced lifestyle or bad for your health?
I firmly believe that a successful booty call between two consenting adults is something to be celebrated. One night, I got a text at 11:35 p.m. from someone I'd previously hooked up with saying, "What you doing tonight?" After a little back and forth, I said he could come over, but I told him, "No wild sex for this gal tonight, but a sleepover is always welcome." He replied with, "LOL" at prefacing it with "no wild sex tonight," as if I would assume that. Right. 2 hours later, after a mix-up with the cab driver and my address, he showed up at my door. It was 1:31 a.m., and I was a little annoyed because he was buzzed and I was exhausted. We went upstairs and made out a little bit, and I decided it was time to turn over and go to sleep. He pipes up a few minutes later with, "My dick hurts." And in that moment, I knew I had a choice. I could reach over and give him a hand job and get to sleep sooner, or I could continue listening to him complain. Now I know that hand jobs are underrepresented as a sexual act, so of course I went with that. And it was the hand job that won me a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know if we would both consider that a successful booty call, but surely there's more information on the subject.
I took matters into my own hands by sharing a survey with a perfect demographic that represents the population of the world, my Instagram followers. Here's what they had to say. True or false, an ex has reached out to me for a hookup during quarantine. 47% said true. This virus is not going away, so I think it's time that we get these ex hookup numbers way, way up. What I'm saying is stop watching this video, open your texting app, and reach out to your ex for sex right now. If you both get tested, isolate, and treat each other with care, what have you got to lose? We asked respondents to tell us a song that best describes your current dating life. We got a range of responses from Never Really Over by Katy Perry to Complicated by Avril Lavigne. We even got a few of All By Myself by Celine Dion. We even got a few titles that we couldn't find on Spotify, like I Don't Even Fucking Know, It's Just So Bad, or is there a song called Jesus Christ, How Did Some of You Assholes Find Love So Easily? I'm so hot and fun and cool, but I'm getting older and I'm pretty sure I'll die alone. Not sure who sings that one, but for the ones we could find, we curated a little playlist for you. So the next time you have a booty call over, set the mood with our playlist. You can find it by going to my Spotify account and clicking on Drag His Ass Soundtrack. When I was on the scene, I would always romanticize booty calls, like, "Aw, it's late at night and he's thinking about me." When in reality, it was just super late and he didn't meet anyone hotter at the bar. I have assembled a crack team of gorgeous women who are going to talk about their experiences with booty calls. And I think we'll start with Karen.
Okay, so I had been seeing this guy kind of off and on whenever he would come in town because he was a D1 athlete, but he was staying in the West Coast because that's where he played college football. Eventually, he was like, "Would you like to come out and see me? I'll fly you out, all the shit." And I was like, fuck it, why not? Why the fuck not? Except I was like, "You're not paying for my shit." I'm an independent woman. On the first day that we hung out, first red flag, he curved me when I tried to take a selfie. Just like a normal, selfie. We were outside seeing. And he's like, "Oh no." And I'm like, well, that's a red flag. Because he had a child. So he was like, "I don't want my baby mom to see it." And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. I was there for 4 days total. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. This whole time he's just been distant. I'm probably just gonna get plowed and then leave, never talk to him again. And he was being very ambiguous, but not really suggesting that he didn't want to be with me, even though I had already decided in my head, this isn't gonna definitely work out. That night after we get home, he tells me, "Oh, there's actually somebody else and I don't want to be with you." And I'm like, "Well, we're not together, so that's fine." So I left, checked into a hotel. I met a few brunchers who were hungover. They were like, "Are you sitting by yourself? Do you want to sit with us? Are you waiting for a date? What's going on?" And I'm like, no, I just got dumped, LOL. We went shopping and they took me to a darty and I got really fucked up and I wound up having a great time. It was just a very expensive it's a booty call.
Yes, and it sounds like you got sex and you made new friends.
You know, I've never talked to that guy again, thank God, and I actually still talk to those people.
I would consider that a successful booty call.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers to you on that one. I would say keep up the good work. Now we will kick it over to Yulia, who is going to tell us about how she was enticed to a booty call in a very unique way.
So I hooked up with this guy maybe I was 23, 24. After that, it sort of broke a seal for him where it allowed him to call me in the middle of the night and leave insane voicemails that I kind of would ignore. And then a bunch of messages that was Yulia, pretty. At a party, I was getting these texts being hard to decipher. I don't know what he's saying. And then all of a sudden he sends me a stock photo of bowling shoes and then a perfectly spelled out address, with the zip code and everything. And I was okay, yeah, he must be funny, right? That was my decision of yeah, okay, I'm gonna fuck this guy.
If he can Google bowling from a stock image, he's lucid enough to get fucked.
So I do end up going, but he was kind of drunk. His friends were just watching TV. And I was hello. I sat on the little side of the couch and he was sort of rubbing my knee and pointing to his door of the room, which was right next to where everyone was watching TV. And the door wasn't even a real door. It was just it had windows in it. Immediately, I just went back to the party. So it was a total fail. I did not fuck him. And I told him, I can't do this.
You Ubered back to where you were?
Yes, I went back to the party.
That is such a great example of resilience in the face of adversity. You were I came to get fucked and it's just not going to happen. So I'm going back to hang out with my friends. A lot of women, I think, and men, I'm sure, could learn from that situation, which is if you go to someone's house, you're not required to do anything and you can just
sure.
it's like it never happened. I think an important takeaway from this story is that guys don't even have to be smooth. The bar is so low, they can just simply be strange.
You just can't be boring.
Confuse me enough and I'll come over.
Yes, I guess if you want to fuck me, send me a picture of bowling shoes.
Cheers to you. Now we know the way to your heart. Now, Rochelle, I would love to hear your story. I don't know if it's going to be the story about the beach.
So I met this person on Tinder. We arranged to go on our first date at a nude beach, partook in the beach festivities, hooked up a little bit. It was basically an ongoing beach booty call and kind of first thing in the morning, be do you want to go to the beach today kind of thing throughout the summer.
What's your current level of communication with that person?
0. It was a total summer thing. He would say things may I go down on you? May I get you an Uber?
Okay.
Wow, consent.
I just got chills.
I know.
He was a volunteer firefighter, diver after Hurricane Katrina. I don't even know if he existed or if it was just...
Well, I think you need to reconnect with this man.
I know. Where is he?
I don't think I should. I think it ended perfectly. It was just a summer thing.
I get that. You left something on the table, which I think is always a good time to bow out. Consistent booty call that's respectful and everyone is satisfied. That's redefining what a booty call means.
American men could never.
Yeah, American men wish. We have to cheers to the man from the beach. He's an international hero. You're changing lives all over the world. Originally, I was going to end this session by saying that whenever a booty call presents itself, you should stay home and masturbate. But I think Rochelle has proven that actually what you need to do is just make sure it's someone who's willing to ask politely if they can go down on you. And then you should run, not walk.
I agree.
Cheers to you, gals. Bowling shoes, a nude beach, college athletes. A booty call can look like anything. If there's one takeaway from today, it's that we can all be a little bit less predictable and a lot more open to venturing into the unknown. Speaking of unknown, are they letting Americans into Canada yet? What if I just want to go to the beach?